From humanoid robots to flying cars, the future we envisioned in sci-fi movies is beginning to unravel right before our eyes. But have you heard about robots wearing lab-grown human skin? Yeah, that's a weird one. We have officially entered the age of biohybrid robots, artificially grown living tissue made from human DNA. Japanese researchers, mostly from the University of Tokyo, have developed lab-grown human skin that can stretch and self-heal. That's right, self-healing robots with human skin. Didn't this happen in Terminator? This skin can form scabs and regenerate tissue after cuts and nicks, and can even be made to repel water. The tissue has expressive flexibility and moves with robotic actuators, but the expressions are still a long way off from looking realistic. Other current limitations include a lack of full biological functions like sweating or itching, and a need for a better blood system for extended use outside of controlled environments. It's a bit unreal that I'm actually saying that, but reality is stranger than fiction. Although creations like Oscar here remind me of a lab experiment gone wrong in Resident Evil and scare the crap out of me, I can gladly say that unlike what many other videos are claiming, this in particular is just a fictional creation from a 2016 sci-fi art project called The Modular Body. Though I will say it does reflect current research trends in the field of biohybrid robots. And fortunately, there is some good that's come from this as well, which I can't deny. In 2015, a 7-year-old boy in Germany was dying from a painful and often fatal skin condition called epidermolysis bullosa, with over 60% of his epidermis having already fallen off. After 2 excruciating months at the burn unit and failed skin transplants from the boy's father, things were looking grim, until Michel De Luca entered the case, who was experimenting with a new treatment for this disease already. He actually used a virus to insert a healthy gene into cells that were taken from the boy's skin. Some of the cells, stem cells, multiply indefinitely, which enabled him to grow entire sheets of engineered epidermis that were then shipped to the hospital in Germany. After 2 successful operations and 8 months in the intensive care unit, the boy was healthy enough to return home. And after 2 years, he's going to school, playing soccer, and just enjoying being a kid. This is a groundbreaking and hopeful sign to burn victims and people with rare skin diseases that were previously difficult or impossible to treat. And there are already other labs growing human skin like Cutis, along with various institutes and universities. Other labs worldwide like Wake Forest Institute for Regenerative Medicine, Stanford, and companies like Miramatrix are growing human organ structures to mimic real organs for research and transplants, which, if managed correctly, could potentially be an exceptional game changer for people in need of an organ transplant. But how exactly will it work? Will it really help the average Joe like me? Well, it doesn't look like it, at least for right now. The European Journal of Cardiovascular Medicine states that in 2023, only 172,409 solid organ transplants were performed in the entire world, which was less than 10% of the organs that were actually needed to meet demands. That's really not good. Sadly, millions of patients are left dependent on long-term dialysis or breathing machines until they just pass away. So if we have more labs growing human skin, will the number of fatalities decrease? It looks like your only hope of being saved right now is having lots of money, with engineered tissues having total costs ranging from $174,000 to over $740,000 per patient. Lab-grown organ prototypes, as you may have imagined, are very expensive, but with more research and breakthroughs, hopefully the cost can go down drastically so they can be available to anyone in need and not just the rich. And this also begs the question, will this only be used for good? Or do you think science is crossing the line with bioengineering and taking things too far? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. And if you enjoyed this video, hit that like and subscribe button to stay up to date with future content. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.